something related.
Actually, I also have a blue and a green one, but it's unfortunate poor after, so I will not be able to show everyone now. But my friend sees designed the kimono for me.
Is this for crowd?
It's like the thing for the
What version? Are you on the latest version? Ghost software?
So I really
like I bought it.
For the most part, things are mainly seamless.
which is also nice. I don't have to pay money for
But
it.
every now and then I do get a little stuttering lag, but that's usually caused
A, why does it work this way? And go and code myself.
A
Or
little
B,
grindy,
hey, why does it
but
work
it's
this
fun.
way? And ask the weird German guy that develops it, like why it works that way. And he's like, yeah, no, sorry, that was a mistake. Or like, no, actually, it's because blah blah blah. I'm mostly satisfied.
Is it like a national organization? Or is it international?
Not that like using video is bad, but he's responsible. It's just 100%. So to speak.
We got I'm making live, basically like live looping stuff.
Yeah, she's sometimes she's art is trying to hear.
What's the name again?
I'm doing a show with Joyce, who made this gorgeous artwork. Brand new original song. I saw your I saw the post you had super hyped.
Good job spending the time. I know that's probably stressful to be involved. Thank you for your hard work. Things that are taking place.
Even though we have more events this year, it's not This is our 10th studio. Well, mine at
I was thinking about that earlier. 10 years seems very like ancient for VR, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's true.
But
Even a decade ago, Raindance
I think
thought
we're
there were
starting
things
soon,
worth
friends.
having this about even years ago.
What a content.
A range of tour.
Yes, a lot of it was cut, but specifically
And the next year we have That's when we went like, alright, let's rock it.
Sounds like they're getting started now.
Hello.
Hello. Can you all hear me? Come one, come all, gather around.
You might have earmuff mode on.
Greetings, travelers of the virtual realm, and welcome to our coven. We greet you in warmth and in love. Please, take a step forward. You've journeyed through the cyberspace into this virtual world. There is no worry, no rush, no hustle and bustle here. Just the cool marble tiles beneath our feet where we step, and the breeze weaving through the arches. The path lit by candlelight. Tonight marks a special night. We are entering the solstice season, the time of year when the sun grows still in its journey along the horizon. Here, the nights are the shortest in the northern hemisphere, or longest in the southern. Before we teeter into the rush of a new cycle, like the sun, let us pause. Take a moment to reflect in your own power. What do you wish for ahead? How did you find your footing? What dreams will you conjure into reality? What star guides your journey? Our cast, our coven, has created a celebration to welcome the solstice. We have a series of 7 performances, including music, tarot, dance, and poetry. Each performer channels a special aspect of their creative and spiritual practice. These expressions are born from queer and trans spirituality. This kind of spirituality is a living mosaic. Each one invented, borrowed, imagined, and puzzled together. Many of us have faced adversity in the spiritual and religious traditions that have given meaning to many people. Instead of our imaginations, we paved a path of possibility beyond language and the bodies assigned to us. Our creativity reminds us that the universe is not owned by the powers of domination, but is sung into being by our own hearts. So tonight, we turn towards our own temples, our own bodies, imaginations, and communities. My name is Shadow Wolf, and you can follow me from performance to performance, and each one will begin by lighting an orb on this staff. Take a moment to breathe. And after each performance, I will ring this staff to invite you to follow me to the next location. As such, as you have heard. And if you get lost, follow the trail of the glowing particles. Or, if you must, respawn into the world to return to the location of the previous performance. Now, before we begin our journey, let's take a moment to meet our guides. Make sure to show their avatars if you haven't already. My fellow coven members, please line up beside me so we can see our beautiful guides. They may join us for some performances. They may disappear here and there. All part of the preparations. And during each performance, please feel free to move about quietly through the space. But otherwise, please do not interrupt our performers, disturb your fellow travelers, and speak no louder than a whisper. Any questions before we begin? No? Once everyone has been shown. Once everyone has been shown. Once everyone has been shown, we maybe step forth with an open mind, and let's take on a journey through the spirit. How we found our places and who we are among the stars. Now, our journey begins. Up the steps we go. Once you're ready, follow my lead.
Whoa, what?
Thank you, Marshmallow.
Is that the footage?
Thank you, Marshmallow.
Quiet. Shh. Talk a whisper.
Wonderful to see you so far.
Oh,
Yeah.
So many people in the stairwell.
The recommended height.
It's a lot of people.
Like,
It's a long climb.
You're a good height. Yeah.
As many people in a stairwell seems to be against fire safety.
Traffic jam.
It's quite the climb. It's quite the climb. But what a beautiful moonlit night we have, wouldn't you say? It's a bit chilly up here, so please, come, gather by the hearth fire that tea has prepared for us. And peer into the flames to see tarot and how we capture magic within our spell jars.
The video screen. If you need it.
Welcome. I'll begin by lighting this candle. Tonight, we're coming together across time and space, held in the astral architecture that is VR. This is a place where we can challenge what bodies are, what they can become, and the limits placed upon them. Whether through gender transition, aging, or shifts in health, we are always morphing. And this is especially heightened here, where our avatar bodies are fluid and in flux. For many of us, VR prompts revelations. New parts of ourselves come into focus. Identity and relationality unfold in unexpected ways. But we're not mimicking physical space. Instead, we're reshaping what embodiment can be. I now invite you to sense into your physical body, feeling how gravity roots you through your feet, your seat, and your back. Sense into the connection between your headset, your controllers, and your skin, and how this connection opens a portal into this shared experience. Now connect your awareness to your avatar and sense the person next to you and sense their presence and their ambient shimmer. We manifest together in this virtual world, this cathedral, this rooftop, and beneath this skybox. May we honor the infrastructures, visible and invisible, that allow us to gather here tonight. May we acknowledge the ecological weight of these technologies while honoring the magic they enable. And may we hold these complexities with care and thoughtfulness. And now I'm going to do a 3-card tarot spread around the theme of transformation. So the first card represents what is dissolving. So I have the moon card here. And the moon represents metamorphosis and intuition. So in this moment, we're being called to release what's not serving us anymore and tap into our inner awareness for answers. And we're becoming aware of the lessons of our shadow self. And this self is often shaped by fear. But this card in this position, representing what is dissolving, is telling us that we can work with this fear that we so often feel. and something internal is transforming into action and light. And this card is especially significant as we near the summer solstice. And the second card represents what is being revealed. Okay, so here we have the Hierophant. So this card represents the physical body of institution. So in this moment, many of us are feeling, perhaps more than ever, the weight of systems that are seeking to control and regulate our bodies. But alongside this violence, something else is also being revealed. And that's the power of collective care, chosen family, and community rituals, such as this gathering here tonight. And this is also a card of spirituality and guidance. So we might think of this in terms of grassroots community organizing. And in many ways, being here in this cathedral together, we're challenging the institution of traditional organized religion and creatively reshaping its symbols to recognize and honor forces of trans spirituality. And our third card represents what we're becoming. So here we have the Lovers. So the Lovers represents union. So there's a force that binds entities together to create wholeness. Sorry, one moment. Okay, so we're moving toward connection in this moment, and we're moving toward shared pleasure, mutual becoming, and sacred entanglements. And we're living in this world that's trying to divide and isolate us. And this kind of intimacy can be really revolutionary. And the love that we share can't be co-opted or taken away. Okay, so now I'm going to make a spell jar. So this is something I often do, and it's a visual reminder of these kinds of rituals. And what I do is I place various crushed gemstones that have different symbolic meanings into the jar, which I'm then going to keep on my altar as a symbol of this gathering here tonight. So first I'm going to cleanse the jar with incense. And the first stone I have is Tiger's Eye. So this represents protection and courage and grounding.
How do I resync the video?
And then I'm going to add some amethyst. And this is a stone that represents unification and a gathering of our shared energy. And then I have rose quartz, and this is for love. And white turquoise, which is for healing, peace, and open communication. So this can be with ourselves and with others and with the natural world. And finally, I'm adding some rutile, which is a stone that represents clarity and spiritual awakening. And I'm sealing this jar as a representation of our gathering here tonight. And to close the ritual, I'd like to offer a benediction. May you all go forth surrounded by an aura of protection, but with your softness intact and your heart wild and uncontained. May you carry the wisdom of both your physical and virtual bodies, knowing they're not separate but layered. And may the echoes of this space ripple outward into your gestures and your dreams. And may you go forth in love. Thank you.
Thank you, T. Thank you. So, with that, we take root into our being, grounded in two worlds, two bodies, and the virtual and the physical. And with that, our journey continues. Thank you once more, T. Our journey continues into the cathedral.
Follow. Wow. Go. Wow.
Got more in traffic.
I sit on the cushion.
Yeah, let's sit front row, baby. You know.
It's cute.
Good. Is everyone in? Come on in. Come close. Excellent. Sit. Stand. Find a spot that suits you best. As you please. Let your mind wander and your spirit soar. As Ring System will take us through a journey through the distance, and Casper will light our way. Take some time to ponder upon yourselves. Where does this well of imagination awaken? When mysteries rise and shadows loom, what sensations stir deep within you? Ring, after you.
No, we're waiting. We're still waiting.
No.
Everyone's hitting the resync. Oops. Everyone's
Sit now.
trying to hit resync.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so just reload the thing on each room.
I hear it.
Gently now. Gently. Return to us. Roll your head around and gather up as we take our next step in our journey through these cathedral halls. If you have been sitting, please do take a moment to stand, stretch your legs, get a feel. If you've wandered away in body or mind, please gather a bit closer to where I stand. Thank you once more, Ring System, and thank you, Casper, for engaging the creativity of our night and the energies to find the light. And as you come closer, right here at the edge of the balcony, do you ever get that feeling? Those butterflies in your stomach? That churning, lifting, free fall. Although we are safe at home, our sensations extend into this illusion. We feel these spaces into being through our bodies by experiencing them together. Hexie will lead us through the cathedral, and when she invites you to follow, feel free to choose left or right balcony. Follow her pace, follow her voice, follow her music. What's that? And light the next orb. After you.
Follow you.
No, resync? Resync. Resync. Okay. Do we have to resync?
No, why did you make it work? I can hear it fine.
Just
It's always a safe bet to resync. It's always a safe bet to do so.
There we go.
In the virtual technical space.
You're staying here.
Wait for right now. Yeah, follow Hex. They'll instruct you.
Okay.
Do you have any music right now? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you've got
The
some
music is
sounds
there.
happening.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it like very low music?
It is. The lights are white though.
Yeah, I
you
hear
should
it.
see white fog in the cathedral. We're waiting for Hex to
Yeah, the
address it.
resync seems to fix it.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be something other than light?
Oh shit. It's fuck. No.
Okay. Not right now.
I think Hex is still setting up. Technical difficulties. One moment.
Such is the nature of VR.
Seriously?
Really? simultaneous realities.
You know how to block that person's drone?
You can prepare as much as you want, as much as you can. Tech will always fail on you in the last possible
that
second.
person's drone. It's like every time. So I have it blocked.
Oh, there's.
But that's part of the experience.
Oh no.
So
It's their avatar.
Oh, I see.
Oh, they're up there.
the drone is the person doing the live stream.
Okay, let's try that.
Okay, let's try that. That should work.
Works.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Access live, reload, resync if you need to.
Yeah. Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. A lot of this is live performed, and I have some poetry to read for you. Happy solstice season. Thank you, Shadow, for leading us so far. I'm going to lead us into a journey into the cathedral. And in one moment, I'm going to ask you to choose to the left or to the right, and you're going to follow along by the windows. And then at the end, I'm going to invite you to step out into the space with me. And just follow me as I move. And I'm going to read a poem for you and play some music for you. So I'm going to begin the poem, and then I'm going to invite you to start moving. This poem is called What the Moon Has to Say. Last night, I opened the window for the full moon. It shimmered and shook, blue and white around its edges, talking to me the way the moon talks. I'd never heard it before. Okay, now choose to the left or to the right and follow me into the space.
Pick away, left or right.
Before, I saw with my eyes and heard with my ears. In my kitchen, the back window of my house, the moon comes up along from the south and east, radiant. It also falls into my bedroom. I held a white lid to a plastic bin to catch the narrow cut.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Coming, glowing, falling, filling the room. A silver catch.
It's cutting in and out.
Okay. Wasn't sure if it was just me.
Okay. As long as it maintains when it's still here.
Puddle. One time, a tree talked to me. I was walking on the hilltops with my mom along a dirt hiking trail on this side of the fence. Beyond pasture, full of fog, a wet fog, and it wasn't the little tree alone that I took a picture of. It was the taller tree alone in the field, a pine full in form in the late fall. Now this pine begins to turn, the way the world turns as I walk. The tree begins to turn, but faster, with more steady force than normal. I watch it turn as we walk. I don't say anything to my mom. The tree turns as I watch, like shoulders and torso wrapping around. The tree was saying hello, saying it saw me, moving with me, turning its face to me. Turning its face, unlifted, coming away against gray ground of fog. The moon talked to me too. I opened the top of the window and laid down on my back in the kitchen, the fridge whirring and blowing warm on my ear. It touched me, the moon did, between my heart and stomach. I shook, the early April chill rolling down from the window. I shook from that spot between my heart and stomach. The moon made its way, shivering itself along in splashes of blue and white, up the window as its touch moved from my face, down through my heart. Finally looking down, I felt the light crossing off my body. the full Libra moon set in action, a way of moving in the sky and a way of moving in my body. As the moon turns, so the seat between my heart and stomach turns too. I'm grateful to know how the moon talks as I hold its light in the lid of a plastic bin. And then I tell myself to go and rest.
See the ground here? Like the clouds?
I do.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I see it here.
So, if you would like to join me in the space, just jump from the window. Hi everyone. You can join me in the space, just jump down from the window. Thank you.
Thank you, Hex. Thank you for flying us out into the gathering above the floor. We will now make our way back down to the ground, where we will begin the second part of the ritual. Ever so gently, ever so slowly, ever so carefully. And as we return to the ground, we are reminded of the rules that govern our physical reality. Some scientific, some imposed by others, and some set by ourselves. Come with me, and I will introduce you to one who can teach us how to break out of this. Come and follow. Please, step on in. Step on around. Vinixia invites you
There's
to
no
gather
other right.
around the
I don't
pedestal.
think
you need to reset. Yeah, we haven't started yet.
there a recent button here?
It's gonna start in a moment. It's gonna start in a moment. Wait, loose.
Okay, I hear it now. I hear it.
You'd be able to hear it.
Do you hear it? Yeah, I hear it.
No, I don't hear it.
There's a
Go
resync.
resync.
I think you might have to sync.
You should hear it. Music box.
It's over here.
Nope.
Oh, now I hear it. But I'm listening.
I appreciate the host retwisting the key to start it.
Oh.
The wind up.
Okay, now I hear it.
Just dropped it.
Yeah, it's back.
You should be able to hear it now.
It keeps cutting out.
Do you hear it yet? Okay. Yeah, hit the resync or reload.
Woo! Nice.
Break it
Let's
open.
go.
Beautiful.
Whoa.
Oh no, that's the wrong one. It's supposed to be hard. Let's go.
Wait, what? Woo!
I feel like your mic is so loud. Why is it?
Bravo, brava.
Yeah.
Thank you, Venixia.
Yours are
Thank
just
you.
my setting.
Absolutely magnificent.
And maybe it's
You're
like
saying?
the world volume.
Sometimes,
because there's no.
sometimes we forget how to walk. We lose our footing when our hearts finally find that gentle space. Thank you again for showing us that shattering what binds us starts from within. And so, we've had quite the intense night, haven't we? But jumping from cyberspace, breaking free from our dimensions by firelight, and leaping from auroras to airwaves, and shattering the glass around our hearts, we shall take a moment to breathe. Follow me to our next stop, where we can breathe and find that inner voice. This way.
Oh shit, that way.
Tiny thanks.
Sorry, I'm running the stream with a
Go on ahead. Come, gather, gather, gather. Take a seat. Get comfortable. We have a meditation guided by a ladybug. And with that, the next orb has been lit.
Ooh.
Thank you, Shadow. Thanks everyone for can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, if you need to turn me up. Thanks for bearing with all the technical issues tonight. Couldn't be VR without it, really.
Can you see just fine? Yeah.
So, welcome, everyone. My name is Ladybug, and I'm honored to be a part of this Coven of Witches. I'm here to guide us through a meditative journey, a story of interconnectedness through the breath and through imagination. When the whole is fractured, it weakens. When the small mind expands, it seeks truth. So I invite you to consider, what is it like to be part of something larger than yourself? Come with me on a journey of surrender, of embodiment, and of relationship, so that you might find pieces of yourself reflected in others. So I invite you to find a comfortable position, and we'll be here together for about 20 minutes. If at any point you feel uncomfortable, know that you're always free to shift, to open your eyes, to step away. This is your space and your experience. So when you're ready, you can gently close your eyes. Give yourself permission to settle in, to land, and to feel into your body in this present moment. Acknowledge any points of tension you might be feeling in your body, and gently give them permission to release. Inhaling and exhaling, arriving. So let's begin. Using the power of our imagination, we embark on this journey. I'd like you to imagine yourself as a dandelion seed, picked up by the wind and floating high in the breeze. Let yourself be carried, taken here, taken there, surrendering to the gentle whims of the wind. Imagine being drawn across hundreds of kilometers, meeting cooler air, swirling together in an endless cyclic dance. Inhale, drifting. Exhale, surrender. Suddenly, clouds gather above. Rain begins, and caught by a single drop, you gently fall towards the earth, landing in a river, one of Earth's many open veins. And you begin your steadfast journey to the sea. Floating down the cool and winding river, you feel yourself gently pulled under. Your hard shell exterior begins to soften, and slowly, bit by bit, start to dissolve. Offering yourself as nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, the molecules of transformation and life. And now you're vast in number, flowing and one with the river. Inhale, softening. Exhale, flowing. Ocean, the night falls. As you arrive at your destination, the vast open ocean. And in the darkness, a soft, glowing light welcomes you. You come across a bloom of bioluminescent plankton, wandering and adrift in the deep currents. They greet you gently, glowing like stars beneath the waves, and with no effort at all, they take you in. And you become a new form, a new home, as a plankton. You move with the tides and waves, surrendering shining in the darkness. Time stretches and disappears. There is only motion now. Only the sea. Inhale, rising. Exhale, falling. These motions you ride on are charmed by something greater, a presence watching from above, the moon. You feel drawn higher, taking on a new shape, becoming light, becoming stillness, becoming the moon herself. Now imagine gazing upon the earth, bathed in silence and motion. Your presence stirs the oceans. With invisible hands, pull the oceans towards you. And taking on light from the sun, you reflect it back onto the earth as nature's gentle lantern. Locked in step with the earth in an ancient celestial waltz. A sentinel of the sky. Breathing in stability and breathing out, shining silently. Far down below, under your soft glow, something darts in the darkness. The russet-backed Swainson's thrush, Cathedral bustellatus, begins its long migrational journey, nocturnal migration, aided by your light. Now shift your perspective again, from moon to bird, becoming the Swainson's thrush. Small, nimble, and swift. You slip through the air effortlessly, traveling beneath the stars, under the cloak of night. Fly not alone, but among many. Spread out like constellations across the sky. Steadfast, stalwart, with an impenetrable will. You travel for hundreds of kilometers each night, drawn by something you cannot define. Breathing in, lifted. Breathing out, light and free. Your journey has another important purpose in this tapestry of life. In your bellies, you carry the seeds of potential across the world. As you disperse these seeds, even from berries and fruits, far and wide, migration now becomes renewal. You are the globe-trotting gardeners of regeneration. As you propagate, seeds sprout, forests grow, oxygen is born, and we breathe. Inhale and exhale this oxygen. The bird becomes the forest. Forest becomes the oxygen. And the oxygen becomes us. And the earth, in her wisdom, turns another page in a book written by a relationship. And now it's time to begin, ever so gently, quiet journey back to ourselves. Like mist collecting along the surface of a still pond, begin to sense the outline of your body. Bringing gentle attention to your hands, your feet, shoulders and chest. Let yourself rest into gravity, feeling grounded and safe. And notice where you are now. The air on your skin, the sounds around you. When you're ready, you can begin to move and gently open your eyes once again. If I, myself, am in relationship to the world, and everything around me is in relationship to me, does that make me not in part you as well? And yet, we're all still ourselves, each one of us whole and unique. As we come to a close, can we acknowledge both this reality of interconnectedness and relationship, and the reality of our unique individual selves? They are not mutually exclusive, but folded into one another. That we are a delicate balance, a web of relationships, woven into a tapestry of potential and presence, where the thread of the world runs through the thread of the self. Because if that's true, maybe we can find our own place in this tapestry. And you can embody your own truths. Thank you, everyone, for coming on this journey with me.
Thank you, Ladybug. Thank you.
Oh, I almost fell asleep.
Look at the
Thank you.
Yeah, it was good.
Thank you for reminding us of all forms of expression that life can take. That we are finite as a breath, but always connected to the next exhale. With that, as we begin to close, let us saunter on over to the last performance of the night. Follow me as you gently wake from that restful state.
Good job. Yeah, thank you.
Good job.
I'll give you a signal, don't worry. Welcome to the center of the cathedral. Sorry. Take a moment, look around, see how your mind's eye has opened. From the real world to the virtual space, the journey from highs to lows, grounding ourselves and breaking free and connecting our hearts. Take a moment to see these changes in your harmony, and let the voices of a star and a deer guide us next.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Starheart and I are here to demonstrate an organic ritual of creation, to share in self-discovery for you, a dance of song and resonance, the kind of shimmer that the oppressive of this world fears because it represents an authenticity authority could never replicate. Only the embodied can make stimulus to response without the walls in between. It is a ritual of trust, because true presentness is not censored. It is allowed. It is fostered through safety, and it is sacred, regardless of its aesthetic quality. It cannot be choreographed, because like tarot, the deck is static, but the draw can scry the universe. It is an attempt at embodiment, and in this way, any artist could discover who they are. The ideal of creation to me is mustering that bravery to push the boundaries of what you can allow others to witness, within the boundaries of what you can conceive, within an awareness of what you can create. Thank you for being present with me. Feel free to move yourself to this rhythm if you please. Let's begin. In truth, my ritual started a long time ago, but that's a story for another time. Today, I stand in a curated space in my house, blessed with resourcing, a healthy body, among community that encourages me to grow. My physical ground is clear, prepared for movement. My body is hydrated. As many distractions and disruptions that have disrupted me in the past have already been accounted for. I breathe deeply, calmly, so my mind may accept this present. I stretch to remind my body of what to expect. I tune in, and I become.
To get this chance to make music, to dance, to be in a place as beautiful as a cathedral, and find a new way, a new tune. It's really special. I think how I've defined my spirituality is from music itself, the way we communicate with each other through lyrics or through the vibrations in the air. It feels magic. It is magic to me. And two people can play the same song, and it not feel the same at all. One person simply saying the words, and the other person bringing you to tears. It's really hard to explain it. It makes me so happy. Let's do it. This will be an improvised performance, interpretive. I'm so happy to be with you. I'm so happy to be with you.
Wow. Amazing.
So good.
Magnificent.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Holy crap, it was amazing! Nice. Yeah.
Thank you all for perceiving, supporting, witnessing, being here. Not just us, for the whole show. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
That was so good. That was so good. Good job.
Yeah, you too. Oh my god. Yeah. Taking us from the effable to the ineffable.
Thank you both so much for that wonderful performance. Thank you. And so, as our journey slowly comes to a close, the circuit completes itself. The cycle must wane once more before it can begin again. So please, join me to the final phase, or I will send us on out. Come, follow me. Thank you once more, Star. Thank you, Steph. That was absolutely beautiful.
Basic.
I like your shader.
Well done, it was amazing.
And so, as the door of beginnings calls to us, before we depart, please gather all around the pool. For tonight, we have learned how to spell jars. You may not have one on hand right now, but we have made some for you. Take a spell jar. Whisper your intentions, if you wish, and release them into the water. As our journey through the cathedral slowly comes to an end, thus is the ebb and flow. The same way the universe breathes, so do we. And for my final words to you, I have a poem. From dusk to dawn. Days grow longer as time gets shorter. The stars may shine on days long gone past, but as new days dawn, tomorrow reflects the present, the hope once long sought after, all throughout the ether shimmer. Bound and woven by whispered stardust. Our oneness with the universe sought through time. A sea of outcome, a leap of faith, a take on chance. Day by day, beat for beat, the universe's firm heat. What is life but a delicate dance? To tiptoe amidst the unknown, the uncertainty, dusk breaks to the brightest dawn.
The sunny side runs warm, feeding into a new day. The cycle, the trance, the ebb and flow to which we grow. A new day done, a new day gone, another one gone. Greeted by the starry night. Always uncertain, the mist crawls forth, the haze, ever affright. Cast your light, O children of the stars. Although our bones may not be born of days yore, our weary hearts stood strong, fourscore and will, oh so many more. The age of myth, the age of song, stories ever told by those who see the dusk to dawn. Please, take a moment, gather your thoughts, gather yourselves before we leave. And thank you once more for joining us and our coven. And so, with that, the magic of the stars shall guide you beyond.
Oh, something's happening.
No, I don't know.
My. It seems that the stars have already left us. But don't worry, wherever we go, the stars will follow. And the moon will watch over you, guiding you by its gentle light. Thank you. Nice.
Beautiful.
Well done, everybody. Well done.
Amazing.
That
That was incredible.
Thank you for coming, everyone.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Show in the year of the snake, and we are midway through.
That's my year. I'm a snake.
The snake.
Wow. Just wow.
I forget what
That was wonderful.
I think I'm a mouse.
Alright.
Or a monkey.
Can we perhaps ask all the artists to stand together for the Q&A, and then thanks, you can do the Q&A.
Sure. I would really love if we could coordinate a group photo, maybe in the cathedral or in front of the flags, or just right here, garnered around the well. And then I would love to do a Q&A, because I know I have questions, and I'm sure many others do too.
Let me reset the step.
I'm not going to be able to stay for the Q&A.
Let's see, am I big?
But feel free to ask any questions.
Maybe a little bit.
I've been struggling, but this was enjoyable.
Where should we stand?
Here the whole time. Just line up here, I guess.
Oh, no.
All right, you heard the man.
Facing that way.
Here's the professional. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'll
Let's go,
professionally
baby.
die for you in 8K.
Take photo. Hi, Kiko.
I call your sacrifice, Karen. It's a sacrifice. If I crash out, you'll take over Garvos.
You're so tiny.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, camera's up there, so look a little bit up.
Where we go?
Yeah. We're looking at the camera that's flying in the air.
Facing this one.
It's next to Fangs.
Oh.
No. All right, everybody. Are you ready? Here we go. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Gee. Raindance.
Say what's up, witches?
Witches.
What's up, witches?
beautiful, everybody. What a lovely photo. Wow. I think I have it. I have it. Thank
Probably.
you so much.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you,
Yeah.
Karen.
Thank you, Shadow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Let's go. That was sick. That was awesome.
Really brought us there.
That was quite an experience.
Holy crap.
That was awesome.
Amazing.
Are you folks okay to do a Q&A?
I want one as well,
good.
Dusty.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
Wonderful. Can everyone garner around the guests, please? I mean, not the guests, the artists. And we're going to start a Q&A.
Yeah.
Artists to the
Right
front.
here. Yeah, artists.
Where do you want
can
us?
Kind of near the well.
Oh, okay.
And we can kind of just all garner around you.
Oh my gosh. It'd be nice to.
I need to eat and shower. I'll skip Q&A. Well, straight from
But again,
headset, so.
thank you all.
You be like that though.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome, awesome.
Everyone did such a good job.
1 hour.
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I want to say
Everyone did amazing.
wow,
Might have.
that was absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for such an enlightening and wonderful experience. I feel very refreshed. So thank you for putting together such an incredible show. I have a lot of questions, but I'm going to open up the floor to the other guests first before I start picking your brain about how you made all this magic happen. So does someone have a question? I know you do. Come on, get up. I know a little bit about this, but Leslie, will you enlighten us how you made the Cathedral Aurora Borealis?
Yeah. So it's basically a single shader using a technique called ray marching, which you're gonna see a lot more of in the coming years for sure. A lot of people doing it now. But in this case, what we've done is we've taken like a video screen and kind of like stretched it through space so it becomes three-dimensional and volumetric. And then we have VJs, Casper and Hex as well have been playing video through it in order to create all of these different patterns and match all of the different themes and moods of each performance.
Beautiful. It looked gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you.
You got a question? You go. Oh, Donnie's got a question. Oh, ladies first.
Oh, thank you. What inspired you to do this inside of a cathedral setting?
Good question.
Hex, do you want to answer that one?
Yeah, I'll answer that. I've been hard at work making this world. A lot of the world is mine, and then there's a few other assets from other people, and the spell jars are chimeras. The potion jars at the end, you can actually go get those too. Okay, I just wanted to shout that out. Yeah. So so I've been working on this world, and I wanted to have this really grand stage for art because the environment and the space you're in really supports performance and puts it, like, amplifies your presence, amplifies what the audience is doing, and gives it, especially like a cathedral that's so charged, it gives you a charge to begin with. So I love spaces like that for performance. And I wanted to get people together who wanted to make performance and create a ritual around spirituality and what spirituality means to us. And so having a cathedral, having a symbol of religion and spirituality was a way to begin that. It's been a tough space to work with in a lot of ways because for me, I grew up Christian and I have a lot of difficulty with that. But it's a very loaded space, and so we are reclaiming it and putting something that's been built with a ton of resources and a ton of power, and we're bringing through the power of what we're able to do and virtual through our imagination made into whatever we want. We can transform these physical spaces that we might not have access to, or we might not be able to inhabit, and we can inhabit those. And I think that's really important especially for queer and trans people to be able to have spaces that we can inhabit. So it's a little bit of giving us a really cool starting point and a very grand space to work in, and also helping us think about where do we belong and how do we make spaces for ourselves.
Thank you.
I think Johnny had a question.
Yeah. So in regards to the overall direction of the total production, was there somebody in your team that kind of took on a director role per se, or do you more view the production as a anthology of many performances, and depending on what strategy, how did that affect the overall development of the production?
Thank you. Yeah. I initiated and I had the director role on this. I really love making collaborative pieces, and I've done works like this in different spaces, art collectives, museums, where I brought together artists and friends that I really wanted to work with and I really respected, who were working in all kinds of different disciplines, poetry and dance. And so that's the same thing I wanted to do here. And I really enjoy having a creative process where we feed off of each other, and we start very open-ended, and we bring something that we are interested and want to develop. And so when we started, I was just like, here's the space, and we met up and I showed everyone the space. Like, what do you want to do here? Where do you want to, what area of the cathedral calls to you? And it was very open-ended at the start. And the prompt was, what does spirituality mean to you? And, where does it meet your creative practice? How are those together? And so, yeah, we just worked from there. We had a bunch of generative rehearsals and worked out where we were going to be and what we were going to be bringing. I don't know if anyone else wants to throw in on the creative collaborative process.
I guess I could throw in some sense, since after seeing everyone's performances, and then initially it started with wanting to do a solstice based event like we've done in the past, with like winter and summer. But then as everyone's like slowly came to being, it all started to tie around the central theme of just phases of the moon, and then slowly devolved into the chakras as well. And so, like we said, a mosaic in the beginning, bringing everyone's pieces together to make all of this.
Yeah, and I think conceptually that's an important thing too, and why I wanted to do a collaborative piece. I think collectivity is very important to me, and I need collectivity to survive. I need community. I need friends, and people beyond a typical traditional family structure, but people who are there for me in solidarity. And so I want to make works that reflect a collectivity, and I'm really interested in having a piece that is multivocal and not just one voice coming through, but you get to listen to a number of voices.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Salty stuff. Wondering if you could elaborate on your process. I know last year you were working with Apple Blossom on a shader, and I'm not sure if you're using like an upgraded version of that, higher resolution, or just talk about the process of dancing through space and time, and if you're triggering it, and just love to hear a little bit more about your process of creating that holographic effect.
That avatar was so
happy to share.
cool.
This was also work of Apple Blossom again. I don't know. Hi. Yes. Yeah. Right behind you. Yeah. Last minute, Apple Blossom's magic came through. But yes, this is. Why don't you talk about the technicals, and I'll talk about the spiritual.
Yeah. Well, it started with wanting to just capture that resonance over time, especially with the music. And so because they were coming to me with a specific idea on what the BPM was going to be already set, I could kind of do a bunch of quick maths and calculate exactly how much of a delay we need for each clone to offset by exactly one quarter note of the song, which makes it really look nice in time. And then she had sent me this After Images package that would attach, using the VRC constraints, pair constraints, the clone copies of the avatar onto the original. So what I ended up doing was writing a bunch of editor code that generates animations for those, so that we could move them through time by triggering them with her hand gestures. So when she makes a fist, it places one, and then there's a second invisible set of 4 on top of the actual visible ones. And those ones handle the interpolation between those discrete steps, which lets them kind of jolt and teleport forward in a single frame.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. So shout out Zek for the original shader constraint, the avatar constraint work. You've probably seen it around in a few avatars and such, but this one has been heavily modified. But yeah, I've just my part in this has evolved quite a bit. I feel like every week it kind of changed into something different. And that was really exciting to have this space that was had a lot of freedom to iterate, kind of continue to change until we settled on something really magical. And honestly, even next performance will probably be even more magical because the process is still ongoing. And I'm just, I don't know if that answers your question.
So it does.
Thank you.
You're doing gestures to kind of trigger different moments. And then
Yes.
Interpolating. Okay.
Yeah. So I was doing a gesture.
To what we were doing last time as well. I forgot that was part of the question.
Yeah. Oh, right. It's entirely new setup. Yeah. But yeah, every time I trigger a hand gesture, I am essentially the fourth. Well, yeah, all the clones are moving. All 4 clones are moving every time I make a gesture. So the clone 1 becomes on where my body is, and then all the other clones move away. And if I gesture again, then that becomes clone 1, and this one becomes clone 2, so that the audio link can propagate through them to show this passage of time. And when we were working with Starheart, there's this. Starheart doesn't do a lot of beats, but I was very excited to have
I'm not a beat producer.
Yeah,
it was sick. It was a sick beat.
Thank you. It was a struggle. I made a lot of shitty beats, and so we got J Flow. Is J Flow still here? Yeah, J Flow. Yeah. World class beatboxer J Flow. Humbled me greatly. And it was awesome actually. It was so inspiring because something I've really shied away from is anything with drums. So to do something more rhythmic, to do something especially with this pulse concept, to do this just a more danceable piece of music rather than I love my strings, my rubato, my pushing and pulling tempo a lot, which is really hard to dance with. It's more it's more of a solo style of playing music. But this was an amazing challenge, and to experiment with Logic Live Loops, create some and this is also my first time ever experimenting with adaptive music. Like, I've always done linear types of music. Even like my video game music is all loops, or it's just like a continuous loop or whatever. But this is like, oh, okay, well, we can transition from all these different patterns. Oh, I can bring the bass lines in at different points, and I can watch Steph to see where we, like, okay, yeah, let's sit on this for a little bit longer, and let me make up some different vocals. So it's a totally different way of thinking about songwriting. It's very, very fun. So yeah.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah, it was amazing. Very Mass Effect vibes.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh wait, I mean Massive Attack, bro. My God, I'm so dumb.
Oh, Massive Attack. I was like, we're all Commander Shepard in this
That
case.
makes it
okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Massive Attack
Chimera has a
is amazing.
question.
Disregard
I have
me.
a comment first and then a question. On top of, on top of communicating something super important about queer spirituality, not only do I feel seen, and I'm sure, like, I'm happy, I feel represented, and that makes me so happy to see reflections of myself and reflections of the VRChat and the trends and the queer community as a whole in your performance, and it's just so special to have that connection. So amazing job. But my question is specifically for Ladybug and T, who kind of did, I guess, less typical performances in terms of, you don't go to a tarot card performance generally. You might not go to a meditation as part of a performance. So what was the biggest challenge of adapting something that's not typically used in this context into an art like this?
Ladybug, do you want to go first, or should I?
You can go first.
Okay. Thank you. That's a great question. I'd say the thing that I reflected on the most are all of the experiences I've had over the past 4 or 5 years that I've been in VR, especially within queer and trans community, and meditated not just what I wanted to bring to tonight, but that the very special kind of but the very special and particular way that we push embodiment and experience spirituality in VR, and then asking myself kind of how can I take all of that and how can that inform a ritual that I do with all of you that hopefully resonates with some of the experiences you've had. It's just amazing to me. Like, I feel like we're inside magic in this moment. It still blows my mind. I don't totally understand how this is possible, but it's an incredible. I find VR to be an incredible expression of spirituality, and I do a lot of spiritual work in the physical realm. But coming here and bringing that into VR has, I guess, just totally enhanced that. And something that I was also thinking about, and what I love so much, what you did, Ladybug, was emphasizing how coming into this virtual space does not sever us from the physical world, like people, especially people who don't use VR, so often think it does. And that I feel more deeply embodied, and that I think more deeply about the world, the environment, my connection to it, the cosmos. So yeah, I wanted to bring that into the space. And that's kind of, I was sensing that with the other performers too. So it was also a matter of listening to them and thinking, like, how does this, this group dynamic inform this little ritual? Yeah, what would you say?
It's for me, I think the challenge for me more lies with making something that's inclusive enough and safe enough for a wide audience to experience something, since it's mostly, using your imagination. We had our eyes closed. It wasn't like we were looking at, like, VR things. But it is really amazing to be able to come to a space like this and be inspired and uplifted to hold a meditation like that. I think, yeah, some of the challenges, like could talk about the meditation. Like my background is mostly primarily Tibetan and Zen Buddhism. But, you know, like the prompt that Hex gave us all was, you know, how do you experience spirituality, especially, you know, within queerdom? And so I've left, you know, a lot of Buddhist practices a long time ago. I used to go to, you know, some temples and stuff. But, so I wanted to be able to have people experience this kind of ineffable interconnectedness, without being so literal about it. And, you know, I was usually just meditating every day. I'd usually meditate every day for about half an hour to an hour. And the idea of transforming kind of came to me with I was following a Vietnamese Zen Buddhist called Thich Nhat Hanh for a long time, the Order of Interbeing, and this teacher was really heavy on just rooting yourself really in like the physical reality and bringing sort of what he called the kingdom of God, like here, present, like here and now, through understanding your connection with all things. And so that was sort of my inspiration to try to convey that in some way. And it took a while to sort of work it out through, you know, a lot of iteration. And I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I can't get my emojis right today.
I also wanted to mention, Chimera, weren't you the one who made Vinixia's snow globe?
Y'all need to stop promoting me. This is yes, I was.
I thought that was a really cool piece. You know, I mean, this whole experience is very much yay. There we go. Oh, is it actually? It's part of your avatar.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's rad. This whole piece is very much like you know, challenges tradition and identity. Ideally, do you think that you folks would do more of these shows? Because I know there was a lot of people who got to get into the instance. It's one of the shows that is the most sold out. Like the wait list is sold out. Do you think that you folks will continue to do more of this performance like this?
I'd like to do a general public run.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, maybe
I would love that. Yeah.
Do it.
We've for like a year, we've been marking the solstices and equinoxes with gatherings. So this grew out of that. We would get together and play music and read tarot in kind of an informal way. And this is kind of the performance version of that. So we would love to do some more. And yeah, I would invite you to think about if you're a performer or are interested in doing something in the space too. This is, I want to be using this space more. So please.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Weekly church.
Yes.
Finally, a church I want to go to.
Exactly.
They just,
That's it. That's it right there.
Oh my god.
Real.
And I want to shout out Casper too, real quick. Casper was one of the VJs. Nam was one of our other VJs. Casper was having trouble getting into VRC, so he was streaming in and wanted to say hi to everybody. So, hello from Casper.
Yeah.
Bye, Casper. Hi, Casper.
Thank you so much for doing VJ.
Friendly ghost, yeah.
Casper the friendly ghost.
Hi, I'm Casper.
Well,
I'm Casper.
does anyone have it? We have time for one more question, and then I think we have to wrap it up because I actually have to go host another event. But I want to say everything about this experience was really seamless. I enjoyed every minute of it. Again, I leave feeling very refreshed. And yeah, represented as Chimera, to chime in what Chimera was saying, also represented as a queer individual myself. I think what you did today was really beautiful, and I hope to see more of it. I really do. Bravo. Bravo, bravo. Can everyone give them another huge round of applause to the Cathedral of Witches? Bravo! Bravo! Beautifully done, beautifully done.
Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do this without you.
Wonderful.
Enjoy the rest of your days.
All right.
Yeah.